Okay, hello, my name's Suraj, and today's session is on achieving meaningful goals and personal fulfillment through coaching. So, what is coaching? Coaching is a process that aims to improve performance and focuses on the here and now rather than on the distant past or future. So, in other words, you're basically taking self responsibility for your proposed goals and objectives whilst focusing on what can be done. What's interesting about the coaching world is that it's not necessarily regulated, and everyone has their own way of defining it and actually develop their own niches within coaching. So what I've done is I've put together some definitions of coaching here for you, that other people have come up with. So Timothy says coaching is unlocking a person's potential to maximize their own performance. It's helping them to learn rather than teaching them. Other definitions include coaching is an action orientated partnership that, unlike psychotherapy, dwells into patterns of the past, concentrates on where you are today and how you can reach your goals. There are a few others there that you can read through. So, how can coaching help you? Coaching can help you gain greater clarity and direction. It helps you to focus on results, overcome procrastination, which is a big one for many of my clients, and then helping you maintain motivation to achieve your goals. In terms of coaching and competence, there's 4 different stages of competence. So when you're thinking about your goals and your objectives, you have to think about 4 different levels of competence and skills that are needed for your goal. So the first one is unconscious incompetence. So you don't know that you don't know something. And that's the basic level. You're not going to get very far. Second one is conscious incompetence. So you have become aware that you lack a particular skill. The third one is conscious competence. You've learned how to do something, but you still need to think about it in order to do it. And the fourth one is unconscious competence. So you've learned how to do something so well that it has become hardwired in your brain. So an example of that is possibly learning how to drive. Maybe, initially when you sort of get in your car and it's the first time that you're learning how to drive, you're very much incompetent at that stage, and as you sort of go to take your first lesson, you quickly realize that actually this is a skill that I have practiced very little, and I don't know how it's done. So you become self-aware of your incompetence in this particular skill. The third stage is as you practice, as your number of hours driving is developed, you become competent, but you have to think about every single one of your movements. Switching on the engine, making sure that you're looking through the rear mirrors, making sure that you're, signaling, using your indicators, etc., etc. Lots of hard work when you're changing gears, all of that. And over time, you've do so many movements you don't even necessarily think about it right now when you get in your car and you're driving. So I think the goal is really around sort of getting you to this stage of unconscious competence in the area of life that is important to you. So when you're developing competency, there's 3 key areas to focus on. The first one is the knowledge, the second one is the skills, and the third one is the attitude. So you might have a lot of knowledge about a particular topic area. Do you have the skills in that area? And what's your attitude in that area? So those are 3 key areas that we work with our clients on. How the process works in coaching is the coach will sit down with you and help you define with absolute clarity what you want and what your biggest wins and goals are. They will then help you to understand any obstacles that are stopping you from moving forward and taking actions. And then together we work to put a strategy in place, an action plan for you to help you overcome these obstacles, but also stay accountable in the process in order to achieve your goals. So basically a plan to set a strategy, set an action plan, and then giving you the accountability to ensure that you're meeting these goals and milestones along the way. So a big question that comes to mind is, why have a coach? Accountability is the difference that makes a difference. So you can set a goal, and if you set it, you have a probability of 6 to 8% on achieving it. If you write it down, that probability increases. If you write it down and then you share it with someone, that increases further. But in terms of maximizing your chances, if you set it, you write it, you share it with an accountability partner who holds you accountable to what you've set, you have an 85% chance of achieving your goal. So a bit of background about myself. So I set up Success Decoded in 2013, and I have a very strong passion and desire to help people succeed in their professional and personal lives. I've done coaching for about 8 to 9 years now, and have worked in various different industries, which includes the digital marketing space, brand strategy, and then learning and development. I have a background originally growing up in the Canary Islands in Spain, and I currently reside here in the UK and London. So does coaching work? It's a big question, and I've just put together a few testimonials from some of my clients who have had some, some remarkable outcomes in helping them progress in their own life with certain challenges in their professional life that they've overcome, but also in their personal life, such as dealing with personal money finance, as an example. So thank you very much for today's session. That was just a quick introduction. If you have any questions, then please feel free to drop me an email or get in touch. Thank you.